Howdy. I had an idea, a hypothesis, that social media views of videos were skewed, uh, certain ways. So I did a little experiment, and we'll take a look and see what happened and see what views on social media platforms really mean. The whole point, what got me to this sort of thought process is that I, play guitar, I'm a musician, and I have friends that posted videos on, say, Facebook, and they, would then brag, my video's been viewed, 1,500 times or 2,000 times or 4,000 times. And I'm looking at my YouTube videos and I'm like, what? Like, how are they getting so many views? So I would go to the YouTube page, check out some of the videos, and see videos like 4-year-old videos that have like 200 views and things like that. And I'm like, what? Like, what is going on? So, I'm wondering, is something like Facebook a better way to promote yourself? In my case, music, art, music, whatever. But is that a better way to go? Am I wasting time with YouTube? So I kind of checked into it, and I thought about it a bit and came up with this experiment that I was going to do. So what I was going to do was post a video on Facebook and YouTube and see what happens. Okay, my hypothesis is that the Facebook views are unbelievably skewed because as people are scrolling through their feed, on their phone, whatever, a lot of times videos will autoplay. So if you scroll past the video and it autoplays for a second, is that a view? On YouTube, people actually have to click on the video, search out the video, see it on their, recommended videos or whatever, and actually, purposely start the video. So that was my kind of hypothesis, my idea. So I have my laptop here, and I'm going to keep referring to it. I apologize for that. But I have numbers and percentages and things, and I also jotted notes to remember to do stuff. So let's take a look at it. What I did was I made a video of me playing guitar. I was playing to a backing track. It was nothing, literally. I was like between students at work at Band Gig School of Music in Dedham, and I said, you know what, I'm going to do this. So I did it on my phone, not even like a decent camera like I'm using now where it's in HD. It's just a phone, set it up, played a backing track, hit record, and that was that. I didn't edit it, didn't fade in and out, nothing. It's just that. Didn't care about lighting or anything. Not that I care that much about it now, but so anyway, I posted the video, YouTube, Facebook, put it out there. So in one day, my Facebook video had 3,122 views, and that's in 24 hours. That sort of takes into account, people sleeping, people at work, things like that. Obviously there are certain times of the day that a video is going to be viewed more because more people are going to be on Facebook, at like, 3 in the morning or 2 in the morning, a lot of people aren't scrolling through Facebook. So at any rate, that's what I did. So that's my starting point, a 24-hour period. On Facebook, I have 2,584 friends, and I posted the video and made it public. But, let's be honest, your updates and shares and everything on something like Facebook don't just randomly go to everyone in the world. It shows up on feeds for your friends. But I wanted to make it public because YouTube, I make the videos public. And if anybody wanted to share the video on Facebook, because that's part of the Facebook experience, they'd be able to, and it would be public and it wouldn't be blocked or anything. So dividing that up, it's a view rate of 1.208, or if we round up a little bit, almost 121%. So some people may have viewed it more than once. If they scroll down and then like see something, oh wait, and scroll back, they might scroll past my video twice in a matter of a second or two. So that, I think, is going to count for 2 views. But at any rate, so dividing that up, it's about 121%. And some people may have viewed it more than once. That would account for the over 100% view rate. And it did have 4 Facebook shares. So obviously now it's on, like, showing up on the feed of a friend of a friend. So, it's gotten a little more traction, a little more out there spread. On YouTube, the exact same video was viewed 4 times over the same 24-hour period, of course. Got to be scientific about it. And had no shares at all. I have 359 subscribers on YouTube. So that's a view rate of a dismal 1.1%. Pretty poor. And one of the views was me, because when I posted it, I click on it to watch it to make sure that like everything went up right. Everything looks good and all that. So, a quarter of those views was me. So at any rate, that's what we have there. And just so I don't look completely inept at, social media promotion, I do have videos that get hundreds of views a week. Not bragging, but I just, it's not like I have a ton of, friends on Facebook and I do nothing on YouTube. I'm active on both. And like I said, I have videos that get hundreds of views a week. My most viewed video is an original song that I wrote. So I'm pretty proud of that. That's my most viewed. And now 3 years later, it still gets 300 to 400 views every single week. And there are definitely weeks that I don't share and promote that video. I have like 300 something videos on YouTube, and that would be like a full-time job if I was just sharing them all on social media every day. So I don't do that. And to be perfectly honest, when I've shared them, I have not noticed, like I've shared them on a social media, site, I have not noticed a huge bump in my YouTube views. If I share a video, I'll see a very, very, very modest bump, like, less than 1%, increase, a couple of views, whatever. At least on YouTube, I seem to be doing something at least, maybe average or a little better than average. I do have videos that are getting lots of views. And I plugged Band Gig School of Music in Dedham, and I didn't plug my own video. It's for a song called Krampus is Coming, so you could, YouTube, check that out. Krampus is Coming, Joe Hart. And I'm sure, if you check on YouTube on my, other videos and stuff like that, subscribe so you don't miss any of my great insight and information and awesome music videos for original songs. But anyway, so, I'm not completely inept. But this experiment was just about posting a video on 2 separate platforms and kind of putting it out there and seeing what happens. So now we, get on to things, okay? Now we're about a week later, and my YouTube video has been viewed 19 times. So clearly the initial posting created the most views, and views have trailed off from there. But I've noticed that too. Even videos that get hundreds of views a week, the initial push is, it goes out to my subscribers, whatever. So initially it gets a bunch of views, and I think on, there's algorithms that if a video gets a lot of views in, say, a day, it shows up in searches higher, and it shows up on recommended videos higher, more frequently, stuff like that. So, it sort of snowballs. If you have a video that gets, 500 views in a day, even if it trails off, it's going to trail off, 400, 350, 300 views. So, it's still getting hundreds of views. And, if you have a video that you get 2 views, it's not going to show up on anything. So that trail off is going to be 0. The next day you'll have 0 views. So, that's part of it, okay? So a week later, the same video on Facebook has been viewed 3,735 times. So again, that's a huge trail off, okay? I think it's more of a trail off. I don't know how to divide it up. I probably should have checked day by day and taken tallies. But I would guess on Facebook right now it's probably getting close to 0 views. On YouTube, though, a video continually gets views if it's interesting to people. On Facebook, once it's off of somebody's current news feed, it's gone and forgotten about. So looking at that and knowing the performance of some of my other videos, there is an advantage view-wise to YouTube. Like I had mentioned, YouTube keeps your video in some sort of rotation. If it's getting views, it's going to be in some sort of rotation. More views, it's going to be, come up higher in searches, in recommended videos and things like that. So it will definitely snowball from there. On Facebook, nobody's going to go back and view a video from a week ago, let alone 3 years ago. Like I said, I have videos that have been up for years and are still getting hundreds of views a week. Nothing stupendous, but, still, I'm doing something. So the bottom line is, if you share a video on social media site like Facebook, you get a ton of views initially, but then nothing. If you do it on YouTube, you really have to promote it yourself to get the initial views. Just posting it, it goes to your subscribers, and even people that have thousands of subscribers. I have a friend that has 5,000 subscribers. The first day he gets 2,000 or 3,000 views. In the first week he's up to maybe 5,000 or 6,000. So it is more than the number of subscribers he has, but it's nothing that oh, he has this many subscribers, therefore his videos get viewed tens and hundreds of thousands of times. They don't. It's just scaled up higher than, me with my, 300 some odd subscribers on YouTube. So basically the bottom line is the Facebook views are false. They are, it gets out to more people, and I think initially more people view it. But then that's it. So you get a big bang at the beginning, and if we discount, in my case, I'm guessing the 2,500 views where people just scrolled past it and it auto started. I definitely got more views on Facebook. I got comments from people on Facebook. In comments that related to they actually saw the video, or at least part of it. But so that's kind of the bottom line. So, on Facebook, the stuff just autoplays. On YouTube, people actually have to go to it and view it. So you're reaching people that want to see your video. Whether it's just because the thumbnail looked cool, or it was in the, suggested videos and they were like, yeah, what the heck, click, whatever. They needed to actually do something to see the video. On Facebook, all they needed to do was scroll through their feed like they do a number of times a day, just to see what friends have to say. So, that's really sort of like, the U2 thing where they downloaded the album onto, those millions of phones. People, there are people that didn't want it, whatever. That's that, they got it. So, it went out to millions and millions of people. But, that's like taking a newspaper and just, throwing it up in the air, and, you got rid of hundreds of copies, but nobody wanted it. It's just laying around on the on the street. So, the bottom line is, I know I've said the bottom line like 5 times. On Facebook, you post a video and you get thousands of views, and it's a huge ego boost. And if that's what you're looking for, awesome. And that's good. I mean, I felt like, wow, like 3,000 something views, like that's awesome. But the reality of the matter is, it's not real. And I know this comes as a shock to most people, like, stuff on social media isn't real. It isn't real life. But that's the bottom line. If you just want that, to throw it out there and get that initial ego boost and everything, yay. And it gets to some people. I'm not going to lie. I think it got to more people on Facebook initially. But now it's on YouTube, and it's on there, till I take it off. People can still seek it out. I can still share it. People are actually, I think, going to view videos on purpose, So that's really what happened. YouTube, I think, is a truer representation of views. So there you have it. I did all that work, so now you know.